Right now, I'm filming on the DJI Neo. And in this video, I want to show you one of the coolest features. But before we get into that, I'm going to take this bike and we're going to ride it up this hill. And we're going to see how well this drone tracks when you're in a faster moving object rather than just walking around with it. I had a lot of questions on my previous video asking how well does it do in faster moving scenarios. So this electric bike has a speedometer on it, so I could tell you how fast we're going, and we could see how well this drone keeps up. Little test, and then we'll get into one of these features that I think content creators are really gonna like about this drone, and it's gonna become super useful. So let's head up this hill. Well, that sucks. Just crashed into this over here and had to dig it out. That was fun, but drone seems to be working fine, so can crash it. All right, let's go up this hill. I've got like sticks all over me. It's crazy. All right, we're at 12 miles per hour right now. Seems to be holding up just fine. Let's pick up the speed. We are at 15 miles per hour. It's starting to disappear, and it lost me. Hi. Oh no, don't hit me. All right, so let's hold it around 10. All right, so if you're moving about this speed, it seems to have no problem tracking you. One of the things I wanted to test in this video is lighting, because you're obviously limited with the sensor on this camera. And so I wanted to do this mixed lighting setting with sunset. We'll get some pretty shots up here with the mountains and all that, but we have the sun off to the left here. It's coming through, and I would have had a little bit more sun if I hadn't crashed the drone, but I wanted to kind of have this mixed lighting shooting from the side, because with a camera like this, you're really not going to get the best footage if you're shooting into the sun. And it'll just blow out the sky. But having this kind of side light should look really good. So we're gonna pause right here. So the feature that I think a lot of creators are gonna be interested in is this direction track. So this is the 6th mode that you have access to. And you could change this out for boomerang or helix, but right now I have it set to direction track. So that means anywhere that the drone's pointing when it takes off, it's gonna stay pointing in that direction. Which means if you're shooting like I am, I could walk at the drone and the drone is going to be consistently going backwards. So I can do this walk and talk style shot, and I have a moving camera that's always floating in front of me. Now I'm doing my audio with the DJI Mic 2, making it super easy by doing it in this way where I'm just hand holding it. Now, obviously not everyone wants to hand hold a microphone. I could be mounting this on my shirt, or I could have like a lavalier hidden so you can't see it. But essentially, this allows me to have wireless audio when I'm shooting on the DJI mic. Now, one limitation with the DJI Neo is that if you want to have sync audio, so audio recorded using the drone, it uses the Bluetooth on your phone. And the audio quality's not the best. It's definitely usable, but it's not what you're hearing right now. It does make it easier to do Bluetooth though, because using the Bluetooth, it does some auto noise reduction so that when you're recording, you don't hear all the noise of the drone, because it is kind of whiny and you hear it right now. I turned off all of my noise canceling that I've put on it. However, I've recorded using the DJI Mic 2 just in the backup recording mode. And the way that I sync is that I get the shot, I get both of these recording, and then I do a clap sync. Except I wouldn't always drop the mic. And when I'm editing my footage, I look for the point in the audio where there's a big hit for the clap, and then I look on the video when I clap my hands, and I manually sync them. That way I can get the best audio whenever I'm recording with a drone. It's a super easy way to do it. And now with the DJI Mic 2, with the new firmware update, you get really good audio out of this microphone, this transmitter. But one thing you're gonna have to do in your editing software is go through and reduce the noise of the blades. Because here, I'll let you just listen to it. It's not the best sound in the world, but with a little bit of noise reduction, you could get rid of that. And you could use software built into your editing software, like I use Final Cut, or you could use something like Aphonic, which is an AI editing software, and it will reduce all this noise for you. And then it will sound great. So I'm gonna take a turn here, and you can see how this is still tracking me from the front. So it's always gonna stay in front of me. That's the whole point of the direction track. It's like a lock. So now I'm walking this way, it's gonna swing to in front of me. So wherever you start pointing the drone in position to you, it's gonna stay in that locked position. And so for me, it's in front of me, I'm walking towards it, it's always gonna stay in front. Now let's see what happens when I walk backwards. So it's still gonna stay in that same direction, but now it's behind me. And so now it's kind of in a follow mode. So this is how I filmed my previous video when I was doing my walk and talk. However, this isn't necessarily how you'd want to shoot a vlog style content with this video. You want to see your face. So you put it in direction track, walk towards the drone. Now you have a moving, walking, talking shot. Super cool. So let me show you how you can change the direction track. You could go to your settings, go to your custom, and if you're on direction track, these are the different modes that you'll have access to. You could change your follow distance and you could change your follow height. So I have it set to far. This is gonna give me the widest shot of myself when I'm actually talking to the camera. Now you can go medium or close if you want a tighter shot, and you could also do the height. If you wanna make it feel like a floating camera, oftentimes flat is gonna be the best way to go. If you do low, it's gonna be pointing up at you and you're gonna be seeing a lot of sky. And if you're gonna be doing high, it's gonna be a top-down angle. So we're gonna do some riding on this dirt trail now. See how this goes. I have the sunset over the horizon, going towards the sun, so we'll see how well this performs. Well, this is a pretty sunset. How does it look on the camera? Also, how do you like my bike with the kid seat? Pretty cool, huh? I got this red helmet. Let's grab some beauty shots while we're up here. I'm gonna use my phone as the controller. So here is the manual controls. Cool helmet. I'm just gonna take off.
Take off.
And then I'm gonna use these controls to get some beauty shots up here. So the sun doesn't look the best. So let's turn away from the sun. Something like that could look really cool. Now, if you want a series of drone moves to keep with you when you're out flying, I have a whole set of drone cards that I've created, and you can download them and keep them on your phone for different ideas when you're filming and flying with your drone. I'll include a link down below in the description to where you can download them for free, and they work with any drone. It just gives you a bunch of ideas on different ways you can fly, and some of the things I'm doing to grab these shots. So how's this look? This lighting is incredible. Even with the limitations of the image quality on this camera, you can still get some great looking footage. It's all about time of day, lighting, and, you know, finding a cool place to film. I mean, on my phone here, this looks great. We'll see what it looks like when I blow it up to a big screen. So I'd love to hear from you. Do you have any questions about this drone? Because I'm going to be continuously trying out everything about this drone, testing it and seeing how good it works for content creators. And if you want to see my previous video, make sure you check out this one right here. It goes through my initial impressions with this drone and I show you a ton of features around it. Drone's coming back to me because it wants to land. So I'm going to put my palm out. Goodbye.